Hello, I hope everyone's doing well. I'm here to talk to you today about hydration. So to start, I would like everyone to do their best to fill out this hydration Mad Lib. The first blank has already been done for you. It is we blank water in order to survive, and the answer is need. So I'll give you 5 seconds to pause the video and fill this out to the best of your ability, and then we'll go over the answers. I'll read them out to you, all right? Okay, I hope everyone had the chance to fill it out. If not, that's okay. Here we are. We need water in order to survive. While we can last weeks without food, we can only last about 3 days without water. We can't go too long without water because it makes up about 60% of our body. Our bodies can be up to 75% water. When we are babies, we get about 20% of that water we need from food, and fruits and veggies are 2 types of foods that can provide us with a lot of water. Depending on our age, gender, and weight, we all need a certain amount of water. Most of us need about 2 liters of water each day, including from the food we eat and the water we drink. So 2 liters of water looks about like this. This is what a standard soda bottle size is. And I'd like you guys to reflect on, do you think you get that much water as you go about the day? Personally, what I recommend is carrying around a water bottle with you every day to school. If you already do that, great. Here's what I carry around. It's pretty big. I usually have to go through it about twice in the day, but it keeps me hydrated. Okay, so why is drinking water so important? So it serves a few functions. I'll go over them with you. So the first thing it does is that it gets rid of toxins and waste. Water works along with our kidneys, as is shown in the picture, to filter out all the waste and toxic substances our body doesn't need. Without water, we would have no way of transporting out all the waste. Another thing it does is it helps transport nutrients to our cells. You might not know what a cell is, but just get the idea that it transports nutrients all throughout our body. So our blood, which circulates nutrients throughout our body, is 55% water. This means that we need water in order for our blood to flow through our veins and allow the nutrients to travel to their correct destinations. Third thing it does is it helps maintain proper body temperature. I'm sure we've all had a warm summer day where a glass of water is refreshing and we feel cooled off. But water also actually keeps our temperature higher. It works both ways, and it keeps our body temperature at where it needs to be, regardless if it's warm or cold outside. Last thing we're going to go over today that it does is it will help us digest. Water allows our food to run smoothly through our digestive tract and gets rid of waste. Water is also very important for us to be able to metabolize our food. Okay. So now we're going to go over some common drinks that you guys may have run across at home or at school, and we'll try to look at how much sugar actually goes into those. We're going to be using teaspoons for those of you who are not sure how much a teaspoon is. I have one right here, and here's, I guess, the teaspoon for size, although maybe you're not sure how large my hand is, but we're going with teaspoons. So, like I said, we're going to look at how much sugar goes into each drink, and at the end, you'll get an idea of which drinks have a lot of sugar and which ones do not. So first thing we're going to go over is Coca-Cola. I want you to think for a second, maybe pause to think to yourself how many teaspoons might Coca-Cola, can of Coca-Cola have? All right, thought about it? All right, and it has 9 teaspoons. So in this photo, you can see it's quite a lot of sugar fitting into that can of Coke. And now we'll look at Monster energy drinks. So think to yourself, might it be more teaspoons, less teaspoons than a can of Coke? All right, let's look at it. And this one has 14 teaspoons, so even more. You see this a lot with energy drinks. They tend to have a lot of sugar, more than the average soda. So you do need to watch out for that. Next thing is Gatorade. So you see a lot of athletes drinking this, so makes you wonder, you know, how hydrating is it? How much sugar might there be in it? What do you guys think? Okay, let's look. So there are 13 teaspoons of sugar in Gatorade. So if you recall, that's 1 teaspoon less than the Monster Energy drink and more teaspoons than the can of Coke. And you might be wondering, why is there so much sugar in Gatorade? And the reason for this is that this is meant for athletes. So athletes are exercising a lot, so they're exhausting a lot of energy. So they would need more sugar to do high performance tasks. That being said, if you're just trying to be hydrated at home, not doing much, this might not be the best option as it does have a lot of sugar in it. Okay, last thing is Tropicana orange juice, or not last thing, but next thing is Tropicana orange juice. I'll give you guys a second to think about how many teaspoons might be in it. All right. Okay, so Tropicana has 10 teaspoons of sugar in it. So if you recall, this is actually a little bit more than the can of Coke, but not as much as the energy drinks. So a lot of these juices do tend to have a lot of added sugars to them. The best way to avoid this sort of thing is to not go for the packaged stuff. You know, opt for freshly squeezed orange juice, whether you can make that at home or not, case by case basis, but be aware that these juices do tend to have a lot of sugar in them. And the last thing is we're not doing coffee in general, we're doing a specific coffee. We're doing a Starbucks extra large white chocolate mocha. So I want everyone to think about this one for a second. All right, so this one has 18 teaspoons of sugar in it. And you might be wondering, and if you recall from the other measurements, this is actually the highest sugar content in any of these drinks. And you do have to watch out for this. There are different coffees that have more or less sugar. And like with any of these drinks, it depends on which one you're drinking. But this Starbucks drink in particular, it has a lot of sugar in it. And you might wonder, why should we look at how much sugar is in these, aside from simply, you know, you might not be burning all that sugar and it would turn to fat. The main thing of today's lesson is hydration. So you might be drinking a lot of liquid here, but if these drinks have a lot of sugar in them, and if they have caffeine additionally, that will actually work to dehydrate you. So you do have to watch out for all that sugar in those, as they would be counterproductive in keeping you hydrated. The best thing to do to stay hydrated is obviously to drink water, but you know, you can't always do that. So at least be aware of how much sugar is in these. And while water is very hydrating and helps us stay healthy, most of these other drinks will do the opposite. That is, they will dehydrate us because of how much sugar or caffeine they have. Okay, that's all I have for you today. I hope you're doing well, and I hope that you learned something today. Thank you.